This video is about the Dragon Prince, and more specifically it's going to be reaction and discussion of episode 9, season 4. The reaction is now going to commence. Okay, so Korea did her thing. I know that many people have not enjoyed this season much, and I do relate a lot on certain aspects of that. Yep. Huh. Well, you're not killing them at least. That's nice. They didn't give you that courtesy. Yeah, it is on the tooth. We'll see. There is some consequences to everything. I do wonder what type of... Of course you don't. I mean, it's better than causing a revolution, right? Unless he was super confident in his skills, especially since his sister is one of the best warriors, right? So... Yes. Okay, he's a mage. Yeah, she can. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, she will fight. Oh, she's not. Copy it. Oof. Okay, so let's see whether they'll be able... Did they get the map? I think they did though. Not that much did happen in this... Okay, so this spell literally just puts you into normal sleep. Obviously if you can awake from it rather easily though. Okay. Where is everyone? I don't know what's happening. Really? He's not a bad guy. He was gonna eat you just because you didn't give him a gift. Actually, you really didn't have to try there. You can just leave off. Are you just gonna leave? Oh no. Uh-oh. He's charging. Nice. Okay, so Rex Igneous doesn't really care, which fair enough. From what we've seen, the dragons are not exactly super nice. This subplot... I feel like it could have been handled better. Personally, that's one thing I've not really enjoyed that much in general of the show. 9 episodes doesn't feel like enough, I just don't like that number specifically. I definitely think this is a world that has plenty of potential to do at least 12 episodes easily. And I've heard a criticism, I can talk about all this in the discussion. Good thing you have a magical weapon and you're a fire elf, so you're presumably limited to fire god. I'm not particularly shocked though. Like, I don't know... Maybe I'm just imagining things, but couldn't these elves survive in lava? I could be wrong about that, I think they can. Is she not gonna kill her brother? Okay. That probably is gonna have consequences if she doesn't kill her. Viren, yep, he took the step back.
Give me a hand so I can claw him out.
Why did she say that? Oh. Okay. I'll think. Oh, good work, Claudia. Oof. Ooh. Who knows?
Is if I threw the coins in the lava.
Good work, Claudia. I like that. She didn't just leave him. Whew. Okay, Claudia. The two best girls of the show. Love it. I definitely enjoy both of them for very different reasons.
Suit yourself.
Yep. Nice. Okay, this is a little broken. Oh yes, Claudia. Yeah. Okay. Good work, Claudia. Yeah. Love it. Okay, this I liked. This kinda is my favorite part of the episode. Oh. Although that lemur seems a little too broken. Portals are kinda always broken. Although then again, I don't know how intelligent it is. I feel like it should have been using its powers more. We'll see. Honestly, bait is one thing. His power is very useful, but not so much so that it breaks the story. Teleportation on the other hand. Oh yeah, Rex Ignis comes up, appears. Oh, here's this guy.
You had a reason for what you just did. The way you tricked that Moonshadow elf. It was just... cruel.
Wow, really? She did to save your life! Okay, now let's not be ridiculous. I'm disappointed. She outsmarted her. She won. No. That means Claudia is getting redeemed, I guess. I guess it does mean Claudia is getting redeemed. I frankly hate that. Don't you have magic more fitting for that? Okay. You opened one. Did the Dragon Queen... I guess she didn't just wait here. Rex. Yep. So the Queen, Dragon Queen? Ah, there she is. I mean, I knew she was waiting. You didn't need to make an entrance. You could have been just waiting at the door. Okay, just scream it out. Okay. Lightning is definitely way cooler. Right, a very grumpy dragon. Okay, Rewa, what's happening with her? Oh yeah, we actually know what she is. She's just chilling in lava with coins. Okay. Did the lemur teleport her? Okay, let me guess. Now you two are fine. Yep. Frankly, I do think the romance thing... I don't know that there's a novel that explains all of this. I do kind of agree that why didn't you just do a mini-series? Just 2 episodes or something? More content? And also I wouldn't be as confused to why what Trevo was doing and stuff. I know what he was doing, but I don't like the fact that they need... I feel like that's must-know information for many people. There is so much information and stuff I need to talk about in the discussion. Good work, Baron. Seems like you're back. Well then, this was a finale to a season. Okay, now, I don't know whether I should start with positives and negatives. I mean, honestly, how I feel generally on the first episode is how I feel about this season overall. I'm the type of person that in order to make me want to stop watching the series, you need to kill every single character I like. Or you need to ruin them. Like horribly. And I wouldn't say that this season did that. But it really, I think this is 100% the worst season of the series, like completely and unquestionably. Even though there were some very cool things that I'm happy and interested in. Yeah, where do I start? Where do I start? I wanna have 2 more discussion. Okay, so let's just, I guess, say a couple more. I'm just gonna say things I liked and things that I found interesting. The fact that they are ancient dragons. Overall, mythical dragons, the fact that Erebus is the big guy of the series, all that makes sense, I like it. Also, I love dragons, so learning the fact that there are even more mythical dragons like the Dragon Queen and Rex Ignis that are insanely powerful embodiments of the different elements they represent, super cool, love it. Now, how the dragons were handled themselves, it's okay. Rex Ignis definitely felt like a threat. I don't really understand why he went so insane at the end. I guess he got betrayed, he thought he got betrayed, something like that. I mean, I do understand it. Yeah, what I mean is, I feel like it would be more interesting if he tried to help them. Because in the end, that whole chase felt needless overall. I feel like just having a conversation with Rex would have been more interesting for the story overall. And sure, maybe they still let Chloe and the others escape, but it would be more interesting. But still, Rex is cool. I would also prefer if he could do... I mean, I guess he can do Earth magic, right? That's the interesting thing. The dragons do kinda... are also kinda spellcasters? Kinda? I mean, yeah, they kinda need to cast spells, but they don't talk whatever they do it. They do it with their thoughts. I think so, because that's what the Dragon Queen was doing, and I guess Rex also was doing the same thing. But anyway, the design itself of Rex was cool, and also whenever we saw the flashback, I'm just talking about the season overall, variables and everything where we saw all the other dragons was super cool. I also really enjoyed that. I don't really enjoy... I mean, I guess I'm going with positive and negative things. Sure, that's what I'll be doing. Let's talk about everything. You know what? I need to get something out of the way, because the whole plot with the Sunfire Elves. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think I have a single positive thing there. Okay, that's not true. I actually really think it's cool with the lore, the Sun Tree, stuff like that, the flame, just learning about the culture of the Sunfire Elves was cool. But the worst thing is, I feel like they didn't even do that as much as I would have liked. And you know what's even worse? They should have... I feel like they had such an amazing opportunity there to do something as part of their culture, of the Sunfire Elves culture, that is absolutely 100% against humanity, and they would never agree to it. Like, for example, I don't know, Sunfire Elves need to, God, I need to think of something. Eat a human alive once a year. Okay, obviously not something to that extreme. But something similar, that humanity will never be okay with that, but it's part of their culture, and they would never give away from it. And they still try to find a way to work together in spite of that difference and the fact that both coaches are gonna keep their opinions on that specific event. But yeah, it felt too easily dealt with, is my thing. And it felt that the conflict itself was not over big enough of a problem. And by actually no, I guess from the aspect of the Sunfire Elves, the whole thing started because that camp lady wanted to get rid of the fire so adamantly. And I understand why the Sunfire Elf didn't want to do that, and he was very reasonable and everything made sense. The only issue with that is that that lady was absolutely insane. That was just stupid. That's honestly one of the worst parts of the season, in my opinion. That was unreasonably stupid. Like, sure, she can't be that stupid, but she didn't even give him the option to move out of the camp, to move the flame out so that he can continue his ritual there. She just straight up went to the water bucket. And yeah, the whole spark to the conflict was not good enough. And that's just overall my opinions. They should have done a better job of giving me more lore, like the Sunseed with the Sun Tree, like how they fight, why do they have that firepower, how even the mage fights, because her brother of the queen, even though he's a powerful mage, he wasn't really creative with his magic, he just did a flamethrower. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, some fire elves are resistant to fire, I guess they're not immune to it, but it felt like a lot of nothing, just that whole series. The only little thing, and in the end I guess nothing even changed in personal opinion, like when it comes to my opinions of the relationship between the Sunfire Elves and humans, legitimately speaking, I thought they were already on good terms. So by the end of this season, with all of this being concluded and Amaya marrying the queen, I feel like that's the only difference. Amaya married the queen. That's literally everything that mattered. Unless the brother comes back and he's a villain again, I suppose. yeah. I'm sorry, I just really didn't like that storyline overall. I think it really could have been handled better. At the bare minimum, once again, I feel like they should have done a better job at starting the conflict with that woman wanting to put out the flame which represented the soul. I really feel like that could have been handled in a much better way. But hey, enough of that. Let's move on to something that I actually do have some positive things to say about. And in this episode, we're in the series overall. Oh yeah, the villains. Yeah, that's something I really want to talk about. Claudia and the little moment that they had with, as I said, the other best girl, Reiwa. Now, their moment. It kind of was my favorite moment of the episode, where Claudia tricked Reiwa and she knew that she was the good guy. Frankly, I thought that maybe she's gonna go with the thing of, you're not gonna kill him, you're a good guy, you don't kill even though you're an assassin. But no, she threatened Reiwa with her parents, with letting her parents burn. And she tricked her in the end, and that was just amazing. I loved it, I really did. And then they ruined it, because I loved that moment. I really did love it. I enjoyed how easy it was for... it wasn't some super genius level intellect move, but it made perfect sense, and I know that Claudia is smart enough to think of something so simple. So yeah, I completely enjoyed that moment. And Reiwa was absolutely shattered, and that could have been amazing character development and an amazing side quest for Reiwa to go back, get the coins, give her more of a reason to fight the bad guys. Granted, they can still do that, with her wanting to release the coins, and the only way for them to be released is to get Viran or Claudia. But in all likelihood, they're gonna figure out a way to get her parents out without the help of the bad guys. And maybe they're not, but I feel like they will. Maybe Calm is gonna figure out some sort of spell to get them. And I feel like it really is a waste. Once again, it was a great way to connect her, to give Reiwa something specific to do. And I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Once again, maybe it's still gonna be the same thing. She's just gonna have the coins, but even that is stupid because I really hate the fact that Claudia gave them back. I understand that she loves Terry, she does. But also, really, Terry, that's where you draw the line, where she literally did that to save your life? I guess he reacted because she threw the stones, but not the actual coins, right? No, he actually, I don't think he knew that, right? No, okay, you know, the point, this doesn't matter. I just, I feel like there was a better place where Terry could have reacted like that over the coins. Because he killed someone to save Claudia. He should perfectly understand why she did that. I guess the implication is that obviously Claudia enjoyed it, hence that's what's wrong about it, not the fact that she did it. But even so, I feel like it was just such a moronic decision. That's such a huge thing to be able to hold over Reiwa. It really is. You can even make her betray the good guys in order. I mean, she can still do that. Maybe tell her that you can release her parents if she betrays them or something. But I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I'm afraid of where things are going. I really am. But yeah. Just there was a lot of things. This season overall is exactly like that. It has some very cool things that I really appreciate, but they either get undercut or are not as developed as I personally would have appreciated. So yeah, that moment was kinda ruined by Reo giving the coins and removing all of that amazingly interesting plot stuff that could have been done with the coins and giving Reo another purpose, understanding shattering her world. And just talking about shattering the world, let's mention the lemur. I remember that lemur having the ability, in episode 2 I believe, to create a small portal and put important things in it, and I thought, okay, that seems kind of dangerous depending on what they do with it in the story. And it is. Because it's not just a pocket dimension where she can store her cool stuff, which in itself, yeah, is a cool thing and definitely would be useful. But this is a Doctor Strange portal. Yeah, that lemur is legitimately one of the most powerful creatures in the series. However, that could be fine, mostly because I believe in the key variables it grew with star magic. And I really am getting the feeling from what was said about this fallen star, and now we're seeing the fact that a simple star creature like this lemur has this overpowered ability. The star arcanum is the most powerful of all. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you're gonna have the bad guy be from it, sure, make it the most powerful magical element. And we'll see. The sky is also pretty cool. Honestly, the weakest ones, I mean, we haven't really seen much of the sea one. I wonder what they're gonna do with the sea one. Are we gonna see the captain again? Oh, that would be great. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. Overall though, the Sunflower Elf thing, I feel like I would have wished that it wasn't even in the story. Or maybe leave it in the story, but just condense it, or, I mean, I said it, I wish it was just handled differently. But also I kind of would rather it not even have been there. Yeah, and maybe focus more. You know what would mean super cool? Give Soren the dragon. He tamed the dragon, let him keep it. Honestly, that's one of the worst things I think they did, that they didn't let Soren keep the dragon. Honestly, it's one of the most disappointing things for me. There's just so much missed potential with this season. I guess that's the worst thing for me. It's not that this season was bad. I had fun with it. There was definitely some awesome moments. But here is the thing. One of my favorite things, or not favorite, but one of my guilty pleasure things in entertainment is that awkward romance, cute moments, like, for example, a moment that definitely sticks up to me is, I don't think there's a reaction on it, but I definitely remember it, where Kaom is picking up different stones with different elements charged in them, with different sources, primal sources, there we go. And he picks up the moonstone and says that he believes that the moon ones are the prettiest, and obviously there's a cute reaction from Reo, and that's just a cute moment. I enjoyed that. But the issue is, and yeah, there was also an awkward thing afterwards because Kaon pretends that he didn't mean it towards Reo, but yeah. I enjoy awkward romance, I do. Guilty pleasure. But the issue is, we had that because they decided to make them not together kinda anymore. I mean, they're still together, but they're not, because Reiwa just skipped for 2 years and expected everything to be okay. But that's another thing I can talk about the fact that they have an entire light novel. Well, it's not a light novel, I think it's comics, right? Yeah, I think it's comics. That talk about the reason why Reiwa left, why she believed, what she believed. Yes. And how, I guess maybe how she met the little lemur thing. I haven't read the thing, I just generally know what happens in it. But it's annoying that you didn't even give me a flashback. I would have rather, I do feel like, yeah, I really legitimately feel like, unless they do something incredibly important with what happened in this season with the Sunfire Elves, which I don't know how important the Sunfire Elves are gonna be in the future. Obviously, the Queen is gonna be important, but we'll see. I definitely would have rather, instead of getting the Sunfire Elf storyline, I would have rather flashbacks of Reiwa, what she was doing in that time skip. Just small moments, understanding why she is the way she is, how she met the lemur, so on and so forth. But there's nothing. I was expecting more. I was. That is just the reality. I really had much higher hopes. I enjoy how this world is. I feel like it has so much potential. This world has a lot of potential. And it really feels like it was just wasted. And I wouldn't really have as much of a problem if this was more than 9 episodes. If this episode was just episode 9 and I knew I had 4 more episodes or 3 more episodes, I would be much more okay with it. Honestly, I mean, a lot of the problems I have are still there. Not a lot, but I mean, yeah, a lot of the problems I have would still be there. But if this was a 21 episode series, a lot of the problems I have would be okay because they still would have time to be explored in this season. I've heard some people say that maybe they're trying to be too ambitious and they don't have anything to do with the story. And maybe the writers, maybe they don't have enough in them to create 8 books or whatever. But I feel like the world has plenty of stories to tell. Like, we're still just focused on the Sunfire Elves and on the main cast. But we also met a little community of the Earthblood Elves, the dragons. There's the dragons that they tame, the way they treat them. There is so much here. They could have done so much more. But I feel like they're just continuing with the 9 episodes. And also I still personally think that releasing things at once, all 9 episodes, the entire season, is a mistake. For the good of the show, I hope they stop doing that. I hope they start doing them weekly. But I don't think that's happening. That's how they done the first 4 seasons, so we'll see. But hey, still, I am invested in the world. I am invested in the characters. I am just kind of afraid of what they're gonna do in the future of it, though. We'll see. Absolutely watching the next season, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope that there are some changes. Even though I am also certain there won't be. But I can still be hopeful. Regardless though, do hope you enjoyed it. There is a video there. You can subscribe to my channel there. And for now, bye.